This is the Eastern Business Report, where we look at the business ecosystem in the Eastern region and discuss topics affecting the region's economy. But first, let's take a look at some of the major business and development stories making headlines across the Southeast, beginning here in Enugu, where the reforms initiated by the Governor Peter Mbah administration in the water sector of Enugu State has received global attention, with the state winning the overall Best Scientific Oral Presentation trophy from over 100 countries at the XIX World Water Congress in Morocco. The global honor was bestowed not only on Enugu but Nigeria in general, following the performance of Mrs. Amaka Weke, who represented Enugu State and Nigeria at the Global Congress held in Marrakech, Morocco. Governor Mbah is said to have launched one of the most ambitious water sector reforms in Nigeria's history, with a quantum leap in water production from a paltry 2 million litres per day to an unprecedented 120 million litres per day, which was made possible with a massive investment in treatment plants, reticulation networks, a 4.4 megawatt gas-powered energy facilities for uninterrupted supply, tariff reforms, community engagement, and sustainable governance frameworks. While presenting the trophy to the governor, she dedicated it entirely to him and the people of Enugu State, stressing that her victory in Morocco was a direct reflection of Mbah's courage, foresight, and unwavering commitment to transformational governance. Mbah described the award as a collective victory for Enugu State and Nigeria, and reaffirmed his administration's resolve to continue investing in sustainable infrastructure, innovation, and people-centered development. Still from Enugu, the Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Ben Osioko, has convened the first management meeting of the ministry for the year, urging directors, engineers, architects, and other senior officials to brace up for increased responsibilities, which is just as the state's government intensifies infrastructure development across Enugu State. The meeting reviewed the ministry's operational status, assessed available resources, and reaffirmed its strategic priorities in line with its mandate and the state's government's development vision. Oko said while certain operational refinements may be introduced to enhance efficiency, the ministry's core mandate remains unchanged and firmly aligned with the administration's infrastructure transformation agenda. He disclosed that the ministry is concluding the second phase of Urban Roads project, alongside the delivery of 260 smart green schools, 260 primary health centers, the ICC International Hotel, and the International Hospital, as the award and commencement of construction of 1,022 urban roads on the Phase 3, recently approved by the State Executive Council, would begin shortly. Moving to Ebonyi State, where the Ebonyi State government has debunked rumors by some host communities that it plans to use limestone deposits belonging to the former cement factory in the southeast Nigeria, now moribund, Niger Cement PLC, to power a proposed new state-owned cement plant. Speaking to journalists in Abakaliki, the state capital, during the weekend, the chairman, Niger Cement Reviving Committee, Ben Oka, described the allegations contained in a recent letter written to the governor by host communities as misinformed and lacking factual basics. According to him, Niger Cement today is like a forest where assets have been stripped to the bare, cables have been dug up, equipment removed, and the place now inhabited by rats and snakes, as some former staff have not been paid for over 20 years without any compensation or pension. Oka further stated that the proposed inactivity had left the host communities, the state's government, and even investors without any benefit from Niger Cement, despite the huge economic potential of the limestone deposit in the area. Still from Ebonyi State, where the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Ebonyi State, commanding a bid to raid the state of illicit drugs and its negative effect, has intercepted a total of 134.483 kilograms of illicit drugs within the last quarter of 2025 in different parts of the state. The state commander, Jude Ahamefula made this known in Abakaliki, the state capital, over the weekend and added that the command arrested a total of 157 drug dealers, comprising 34 females and 123 males between ages of 14 to 84 years in the state. He called for donation of vehicles from government, philanthropies, corporate bodies, among others, to the command to guarantee regular patrol of surveillance teams across the nook and crannies of the state. The state commander further stated that the command had carried out 11 sensitization campaigns which cut across schools, religious organizations, and communities across the state as part of its war against drug abuse activities. Moving to Abia State, where the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Benjamin Okezie-Kalu, has commissioned a 1,000 kVA solar-powered electricity project in Bendi Federal Constituency of Abia State, which is expected to bring reliable and sustainable power to Bendi headquarters and its environs. While addressing the community during the commissioning, Kalu emphasized the importance of community involvement in the success of the project, as the solar power project is designed to serve the community for a long time with a battery life of up to 25 years. The project involves generating electricity at a central point and distributing it through transformers located across the community. Furthermore, Mr. Kalu expressed his frustration at the difficulty of gaining access to land to site the project, revealing that he had to build a solar farm on his own land after a failed attempt elsewhere. He, however, called on the community to grant access to land, help sustain the project, and ensure its benefits are felt by all. And now from Akwa Ibom State, the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Emo Eno, has called on youths in the state to take full advantage of numerous opportunities provided by government for personal advancement and collective progress, to prioritize self-development and show actions capable of undermining the prevailing peace and unity in the state. The governor made the call during a breakfast meeting with the leadership of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Akwa Ibom State Chapter, where he emphasized that peace remains a critical foundation for growth, development, and youth advancement. Governor Eno clarified that the establishment of a separate ministry for youth development was a deliberate policy decision aimed at providing focused attention to youth-related programs, policies, and interventions across the state. He noted that his administration remains intentional about youth development through targeted training and empowerment initiatives, particularly via the Dhaka Skills Acquisition Center and the Ibom Leadership and Entrepreneurial Development Center, Ibom. And finally, from Edo State, the Edo State Governor, Monday Okpebholo, having announced a 1 billion naira interest-free loan scheme in June 2025, where the initiative stood out in the national economy, weighed down by high inflation, rising interest rates, and shrinking access to credit for small businesses, has seen the program emerge as a boost to the Edo economy. More than a social intervention, the program has emerged as a strategic attempt to stimulate grassroots economic activities for channeling affordable capital directly to those who drive Edo's informal and small-scale economy. Under the scheme, 5,000 beneficiaries drawn evenly from Edo South, Edo Central, and Edo North Senatorial District received 200,000 naira each, ensuring geographic balance and statewide impact, reducing distortions and strengthening trust in the process, as the 200,000 naira loan provided working capital that translated directly into business expansion for many recipients. We're going on a quick break, and when we return, we'll bring you a report from our correspondent in Imo State.